Hey guys, Brent here from the Ottawa Capital Gaming Garrison to give you guys a battle report. Little background story on this battle report. It's going to be Tau versus Imperial Guard, 2,000 points. We had one before. I really lost day of Codex release with the Tau. So now we fled that system, tried to get away, crashed on an Imperial planet, an old Imperial planet. Those pesky Imperial Guards tracked us down, but we're ready for them this time. So, we're going to do 2,000 points. Pretty much similar list as our last game, but we have a couple more games under our belts with them, so we'll see how the tactics play out. I'm looking for something completely different this time. I hope for a Tau win, because my commander here, woo, he needs to get his revenge on the Emperor. Yeah. Alright, we'll go and show you guys what we're bringing for armies, and then we'll get started. Okay guys, like I said, this is the army presentation for my Tau, 2,000 points. Over here, we're going to start with my commander. He's a Cold Star commander with 2 fusion blades. He had the 2 fusion guns, but I took the relic to give him 2 fusion blades. He's rocking an ATS and a target lock as well to allow him to move and shoot with no penalty. My other commander over here is my Fireblade Cadre, and he's got the Puretide Nero chip to let him re-roll any command points that are used. Well, not re-roll, but on a 6 I get them back. He's accompanied by 2 gun drones. Behind him make up my troop choices. That's 3 5-man squads of strike fire warriors with the pulse rifles, not carbines. Behind them is one of my broadside suits with railgun and missiles with 2 marker drones. I've got that again over here, same outfitting. And then I have a missile side with the missiles and 2 shield drones. They're all separate squads this game because of what happened last game. Then I'm running a broadside with 2 shield drones, heavy burst cannon, target lock, and 2 plasma guns. Same thing here, exact same carbon copy. So that's 2 of them. Then I'm running 10 gun drones. They're going to be in Manta Strike. I'm also going to run 3 crisis suits with 3 burst cannons apiece and 3 marker light drones, 3 gun drones to accompany them, and a 10-man squad of Pathfinders with 2 marker light drones. And finally, just to disrupt people, I'm going to run 3 XV-25 suits with 2 burst cannons and 1 fusion gun. And that makes up 2,000 points of Tau.
Alright, so on Astra Militarum side, exact same list as the other time. So we're going to start over here with 3 Basilisk, they're all WYSIWYG. We have 3 Chimeras, also all WYSIWYG. We have 3 squads troopers. We have a Baneblade. This should hurt. We have 3 tank commander. However, middle guy here is Knight Commander Pask, and he will be Astra Militarum Warlord. So actually, Brent, last time Astra Militarum didn't took that much of a beating, so the exact same list is coming at you because nobody died.
No,
so,
I think I killed a Chimera and a squad of guardsmen.
Yeah, well, they were easily replaceable by the countless wave of warriors of the Imperium. So let's see how this goes in the battle.
For the greater good!
For the Imperium. Alright, so we finished the deployment. Let's have a quick look at the battlefield here. Pretty open, eh?
Yeah, well, this is an old abandoned Imperial world, not much on it, except tanks.
Yeah, there's never enough tanks. So, Astra Militarum finished deployment first, so we're going to roll for deployment right now. Ooh, that would be 3 for me.
4 for me.
So, who's starting the game?
Definitely going to be Tau starting.
Alright, so we're going to do the movement phase on fast track, and we'll be back later. Okay, so Tau, turn 1, movement phase is over. Brent wants to clarify something about his commander who's threatening the Baneblade right now.
Okay, I said that my commander is ATS and target lock. I forgot that he doesn't have an ATS. He's got 2 fusion guns, so he doesn't need that. He actually has a shield gen, is what I cost it. So he's 4-up invul save, can advance and shoot with no penalty, and yeah, it's right there. That Baneblade's gonna go.
Okay, so let's have a quick look at what happened. So these guys here advanced there. They didn't advance, they just moved.
Yeah, everything moved. All my big stuff.
So a lot of stuff moved up essentially. They're getting very close. That damn commander is currently threatening the Baneblade, and the board looks pretty much dominated by Tau at this moment. So we're going to do shooting phase in overhead cam, and we'll be back right after.
Okay, end of Tau shooting phase 1. I didn't drop anything down from Deep Strike, but what I had on the board did a number on the Imperial Guard vehicles, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Starting over here, I took off, what did I take off? Your Basilisk. Yeah, with your with my Riptide and the broadside with the railgun. I should say, I didn't state before, but all of my big suits have target lock so they can move and fire with no penalty. Running marker lights in all my squads. Marker lights really help, even if you just get the 1 to reroll 1s. Moving across, though, I took out 1 tank commander right from the middle of the board. And then I did number of wounds to Pask. And I did what I wanted to do. I made the mistake of deep striking my commander last turn, but he's in a Cold Star battle suit, so I don't know why I did that. This turn, 40 inches, flew across the board, and he's going to get into combat with that Baneblade this turn. So, yeah, hopefully I can do a number on that thing. Moving across the board, I just took shots. I did more damage to that last tank commander. I need to get them off the board as soon as possible. Same as your basilisks. Obviously, that's how you win the game, guys. But Tau shooting.
What shot at the basilisk?
What shot at
the Bane Blade, sorry.
my commander?
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, he just dropped there and was like, 2 fusion blades, pew pew!
Must be excited for charge phase.
Yeah, I mean, a Tau charge phase, it's pretty awesome. I am running Farside Enclave, obviously, but yeah. So we'll do a charge phase here, and then combat. And then we'll be on to Astra Militarum turn 1.
Okay, so the unthinkable just happened. So the commander there actually charged the Baneblade, and the Baneblade on Overwatch actually killed that wonderful commander. Hey, say goodbye to your commander, Brent.
Again, he'll be
So,
back.
I mean, Tau will be Tau, right? They're going to die on charge, and they're not going to be able to kill the Astra Militarum. Come on, you got to be realistic. The Imperium is going to win. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So we just wanted to show that to you before moving back to a different view. However, that was the only charge. So this means it's going to be over for Tau turn 1. We're going to go do the move for Astra Militarum on turn 1. End of Tau turn 1. They pretty much, they actually killed a lot of stuff on Astra Militarum side. But Baneblade's still there, Pasca's still there. They're still OP. I mean, the Emperor is with me, so the Emperor shall prevail. So see you guys back after Astra Militarum move in turn 1. Alright, so Astra Militarum is done with move phase. Nothing much here. The camera moved a little bit forward. This one moved quite a lot. Pask did not move. The Baneblade is not moving. That Basilisk is not moving. The tank commander there moved just a little bit to get a better view angle. That camera moved to allow tank commander to move. And that's it for there. Moving on to Astra Militarum first shooting phase. Alright, so this was not the best Astra Militarum shoot phase. It was actually pretty bad. Barely able to do 1 damage to this Riptide there. 3? Okay, well, not 3. Yeah, come on. The thing is, the Basilisk here, the camera here, that camera, and that Basilisk all shot at this guy for 3 damage. Well, some drones died, but they're drones, they're meant to die. So aside from that, Pask here shot at this Riptide. He managed to do a couple of damage, but nothing too impressive. There was a lot of drone around the Riptide, so the drone took the hit for it. And this tank commander here also shot at the Riptide. I don't think the Riptide took any damage from it. The camera also shot at the Riptide, maybe dealing 1 damage. Baneblade here that successfully killed in reversed on Overwatch. The commander was barely able to scratch this guy. Well, he dealt 9 damage, but I mean, it's a Baneblade. You'd expect more than that. So at this moment, we're done with Astra Militarum turn 1. This is how the board looks like. It's good looking for Tau. There's also a lot of things coming in on Deep Strike when the time comes. So moving on to Tau move phase, and we're going to be back when this is done.
Okay, so here we are at the end of the Tau movement phase, turn 2. I just advanced up the board, starting with the strike team. The Riptide moved, or the broadside, sorry, moved a little. The Riptide moved his 12 inches, trying to get up in the face of that Baneblade. Everything else just moved up as much as they could. I did play a stratagem on my other Riptide, that is the stimulant injector. He's down to 3 wounds, he's going to die. So he's going to give it all he's got and go to his full bracket for the shooting phase and hopefully kill Pask. Broadside moved up, the missile side in the back moved, the strike team moved up in the face of the Chimera, and then my crisis team dropped out of the Manta. And they are just over there in the far corner. They put the drop zone, drop and clear stratagem down to give them +1 to shoot in this shooting phase. They're all loaded up with burst cannons, so hopefully we're going to volley a fire and take something down. So we'll do Tau turn 2 shooting here. Okay, shooting phase just ended for Tau turn 2. The crisis bomb that dropped with the burst cannons did 1 wound to the tank commander. It took a missile side and a broadside to finally take him out. A lot of sinking shots in him. The Pathfinders fired into him as well. Over here, the combined shots from both Riptides and this other broadside finally took down Knight Commander Pask, which is a good help for us. This Riptide did a Branch Nova Charge, so he has the shield as well. This one did a Stimulant Injector, but is only at 2 wounds right now, so I don't think he's going to survive very long. The rest of my stuff advanced, or didn't advance, moved forward and fired with minimal results. So this is where we sit, the board, Tau crossing. Oh yeah, Knight Commander Pask like blew up. He didn't just die, he blew up and did some wounds to the Baneblade there, which I was hoping to do more than 2, but I'll take 2 any day of the week. So that's it. There's no charging. There's no fight phase for me, so we're going to move straight on to Astra Militarum, turn 2.
Alright, so move phase is now done for Astra Militarum. Very simple. These guys disembark there. These guys over there. Basilisk didn't move, and these guys came out right there. So this is how the field looks like right now. We're going to move into shooting phase, and I really need this to be good. I need to kill stuff. Alright, so we'll be back in a moment. Alright, so end of shooting phase for Astra Militarum. So on this side, the Basilisk, the camera, the troopers, that camera all shot at this guy here. He took a couple of damage, but he had a pretty strong invulnerable save, so not too bad. This Basilisk here actually shot at the Riptide that was there and is no more, so that's pretty good. The troopers there also shot at the Riptide that was there. The camera over there also shot at the Riptide, and the troopers that are there shot at the squad over there. Do you have a battle shock test? You lost 2 guys.
They have a leadership 7. I lost 2 guys.
Yeah.
If I roll a 6, they automatically pass.
Okay.
Because they have a bonding knife ritual, so they're good.
Perfect. So the board as it looks right now is pretty interesting. Most very heavy stuff on Brent's side is either very damaged or gone. I do not have any Lehman Rosses left, so it's depending on how Brent next turn goes, this could be very interesting. However, I will do I want to charge? I will actually have a charge phase.
Overwatch. Sure.
Yeah, I'll have a charge phase. So we'll do that and we'll be back once that is done. So, all right, end of turn for Astra Militarum. So these guys charged in. They lost 2 guys on Overwatch and 1 more guy in battle, and they were not able to inflict any wounds. On this side, they charged in. I don't think anybody died from that.
No.
Nobody died, and no troopers actually died from Overwatch either. So not much change on the field except that there's 2 units that are tied in close combat. We're going to go in for Tau move on turn 3 and be back after.
Okay, so not eventful in the Tau movement phase. I literally just moved everything up a little bit. My Pathfinders are staying still to benefit from the shooting the weapons without penalty. My Crisis team and drone team moved forward. My stealth suits jumped out of combat and are going for their main target. He's staying still. Hasn't done anything. I dropped the gun drones right here, hopefully to just kind of clear out the center of the board with the volley of fire, because everything's within 6 inches of my fire cadre, so they'll get a +1 shot for each gun. And that's about it. We're going to do Tau shooting turn 3 and see if I can just do anything here at this point. Okay, so we just did Tau shooting and fight phase, just to make it really quick and easy. So right here, shooting, I pretty much put everything that I had, my whole army, into the Baneblade. Got really lucky here at the end with a fusion blast and brought it down to 3 wounds. I did drop my gun drone team, and they stripped 3 or 4 wounds off that, 3 wounds off that Chimera. Over here, the strike team started to pick off the Imperial Guardsmen that jumped out of the Chimera. I think I killed 3. And over here, we didn't really do much. I tried to kill the Chimera and only brought it down to 3 wounds. So, things are slowing down for the Tau. We'll see if we can survive another turn of Imperial Guard. But over here, we each lost 1 fighter in close combat. So that's just another drawed out stalemate. And that's everything that happened in Tau turn 3.
All right, so shooting, essentially, well, sorry, I'm ahead of myself. I didn't have any move, so we went on straight to shooting, and since there was a single close combat there, we did it with the shooting phase. So here, the camera, the trooper, this camera, and these troopers all shot at the Riptide. This Basilisk also shot at the Riptide. The Riptide is dead. Now, however, I'm sorry, this camera didn't shoot at the Riptide. It shot at these guys. So there's some that are gone there. Here, this Basilisk took a shot on this broadside. Was not able to do much to it, and the heavy bolter actually shot on the suits guy. I think it killed the drone or something like that. This camera here shot at that broadside, was not able to do anything. The Baneblade split his shot. Everything except the Baneblade cannon went here. It did some damage, mostly gone on the drone. And the Baneblade cannon went to the broadside. The drone took it. So here, also the drones are all gone. We did a morale phase at the same time. Lost 3 drones on morale, and one of the suits is gone. And here, when we did the combat phase, there's 1 trooper on the Tau side that died. So this is the state of the board at the end of Astra Militarum turn 3, and we are going into Tau movement turn 4.
Okay, Tau movement, again, just shimmying up the board. Everyone, my gun line here is ready to go. My stealth suits are directly in front of the Baneblade where I want them to be. My crisis suits are right behind the Baneblade and the Basilisk. Everything over here is staying in its little protected corner. I moved the missile side so I can see that Basilisk now. My rail side moved up, and that's about it. We're just ready to go. Do Tau shooting turn 4 and see if we can pull a win out soon, I hope. Okay, so Tau shooting turn 4 and charging and combat just happened. So we'll start with the shooting. My broadside fired at the Baneblade, didn't hit it. My stealth suit fired at it, didn't do anything. Actually, I think 1 burst cannon did a wound or something. But I finally killed it with the missile side. Finally, the missile broadside is the all-star of this game. Everything here, my marker light team, Pathfinders with the heavy weapons, did some wounds to the Chimera. I think it's down to 1 wound left. Yeah. And wiped out the remaining squad there. The gun drone team did some wounds to the Chimera. Not enough though. And over here, my 2 remaining strike squad guys did 2 wounds to them, that Imperial Guard squad, and then one of them ran away. So the most important thing though is the Baneblade is dead in turn 4. Finally, I feel that's a moral victory for me. Charge phase, my Crisis team charged in to the Basilisk, took a wound in... Oh no, we saved the wound in... No, we took the wound in Overwatch, then failed to hit the tank, and then the tank hit us. But we saved that, so... But it's tied up. And over here, the unkillable Fire Warrior continues to stand there and take a beating, and not be able to hit anybody back. Because that's what Tau do. So that was Tau turn 4. There's not much left on the table on both sides, but we'll see what happens here in Imperial Guard turn 4. Okay, so we just finished Imperial Guard turn 4. Shooting, combat, everything all tied into one. There's no movement. Very sparse shooting, I guess. Managed to take out a drone from my drone team here. Managed to do a wound to my broadside with the Basilisk that's not tied up in combat. Then over here, the Chimera hit him a few times but couldn't penetrate this broadside's armor. And in the combat phase, finally killed the last Fire Warrior. Good job, boys. Other than that, though, we're going to call the game here at the end of turn 4. Yeah, the game's over. Turn 4, we're going to call it a Tau victory. So that's 1 Imperial Guard victory, 1 Tau victory. Eventually, we're going to have to do the tiebreaker. But this was a great game. Total mirror opposite of the first game that we played. Phil got first turn. Imperial Guard just lobbed shells at me, and I was decimated by the end of turn 1. Turn 1 for me this turn, I rushed across the board, guns blazing, total Monka, way to go Farside Enclaves, and it was a tight game the whole way, but we're going to call this one Tau. So, yeah. I hope you guys like this. This is our first attempt with the multiple camera angle Batrep. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like us and subscribe to us on YouTube. It really helps us out. We're just going for views. We're not looking for Patreon or anything like that. So, yeah, let us know what you guys would like to see. We're going to be filming a lot more Batreps in the near future. So, yeah. This has been Brent from the Ottawa Capital Gaming Garrison. Have a great day. Keep wargaming.